Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Uh, so everyone can hear me?
Yes.
Yes. So,
Yes.
yeah. So I'll request those who have joined and you are able to hear me. I request you to just go to your group chat, that is WhatsApp, and I have shared a link with you. Correct? So we have to take this test as a recap of the first session and then we'll go ahead. Just 5 questions are there. I'll request you to just visit our group on WhatsApp. There I shared one link just now.
Python session 1 recap.
Correct. So please open that and solve the questions. And let me check how many of you could complete it till the time. Your time starts now. Not more than 5 minutes it will take. Are you able to log in?
Yes. Wait 1 minute.
And the score here for passing is same 70 because it's the first session. I just wanted to know. So once you have finished, let me know. Now till that time,
Submitted.
great, I'll check it out. So till
I
that,
also.
okay dear. So till that time, I got messages on the group as well ki Zoom is not safe. I was knowing that, and initially only I told you ki I'm not in the favor of Zoom, but unfortunately this is a very easiest way to connect, and for that reason only we tried for 2 days with taking session with YouTube, but unfortunately we couldn't do it very greatly, and hence we have tested other platforms as well. So soon, maybe tomorrow or maybe on Sunday, I will complete my testing and I'll let you know which platform we'll be using for the next sessions. So unfortunately, uh, unfortunately, none of you have cleared the test.
Yes.
Okay, so you got to see the certificate.
Yes.
Okay. So let me see whether I can share that questions with you. I'll also click the link and then I'll share. I'm so sorry. And I'll again suggest today to use chat window for chat. If you want to ask any question, if you have any doubts, yes, sure, you can go ahead. You can just unmute yourself. I'll try to share this screen. Fine. Can you see this quiz?
Yes.
Okay. Let me check.
No. First answer is IDE. First answer is.
Yeah, just wait. A few of them are still waiting to join, so I'll admit them all. Okay. Okay. The anaconda E for Python is what?
IDE.
Correct. It is IDE. This is called as father of Python.
Ludo Van Rossum.
Okay. Python is
All of the above.
Shabbas. Just remain.
All of them.
Yeah. It's all of the above. Then print in Python can use single, double, and triple quotes. True or false?
True. True.
Done. Popular editors for Python.
Google Colab, Notepad, Visual Studio Code.
Okay. So this, and this. That's great.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. So I got it. Done. So once again, very good evening to everyone. I
Good
hope.
evening.
Yeah, go. I am keeping you on mute, Gaurav. Everyone else is on mute. Okay, fine. Once again, good evening. Those who have joined us late, please just go to the link later. That is the question as far as the recap is concerned. So instead of taking a recap manually that I am talking and you will be just listening, I have just shared this questions. So let me know any problem you have in the understanding for the previous session. You can use maybe the chat window to tell me if you have any doubts in understanding. We have seen. Okay, everyone is saying no. We have seen all these things that we have just currently gone through. Rossum has just a single developer for Python. He was inspired by the Monty Python Flying Circus, that was the comedy serial, and hence the name Python. Python is high level language. It is open source. It is easy to understand, and hence it is widely accepted now. And we have just seen how we can in the last session we have seen how we can use the print statement, and I have given you something called as DIY, right? So do it yourself. And yes, I am really happy. Yeah, you're not able to hear me? Hello?
Able to hear.
Let me know. Type yes in the chat window now if I'm audible. Yes, Jose. I guess only Jose is not able. Jose, can you just check your mic, the device that you have attached? Okay. Except him, everybody is okay, able to listen. Just try it once. Okay. Now next, we are going ahead to the next, and as I said, day by day, we are going to deeper and deeper, and somewhat the challenges will come, and you have to cross that challenges all. Now, what my question is, okay, uh, today, no one asked me that I have not put any GK question or any of the question in the group, and I was surprised because that was another way of study. See, whenever we go for any kind of such technical things, we cannot only learn by coding, but yes, there are other certain things as well through which we can learn. So it was one way by giving you the options, making you think. As far as our daily challenge goes, no one came to me, yes, this is what we have. Everybody remembers the daily challenge dose that I have asked you to find out. The question was, if we daily use WhatsApp a lot, how actually it works. That means if I'm messaging you on our group, so you are getting the message in a group. Whereas if I am chatting privately with anyone, the only person with whom I'm chatting or talking, he is able to um, he is able to talk with us. So how it happens? Anybody could search on that. So till that time, I guess somebody is there. So I need to check it. So you just think on. Let me know whether have you given a thought or not. I guess no, you have not tried anything. Okay. So what else then? Uh, let's go ahead. See, unless and until I can see the contribution from your side, really I'm unable to give from my side, because it is really interesting language and so many things we can do. Okay, fine, no issues. Let's go ahead and see what exactly I want to show you today. Are you able to see this presentation?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Gaurav is saying that Gaurav has tried to see the question, how it works. And yeah, Gaurav later on tell me how it works. That's great. Okay. Now this is what is we are going ahead. Whatever we have seen in the last session was just a single line. And later on, I have given you the DIY. So DIY says that do it yourself to make you something interesting, or make you work on that and to think on that. I guess many of you have tried and come with certain solutions. Let me check it in this session, or you can say that few of things we are going to use it in this session, and slowly you will get to know the answers of the other questions as well. So our interaction is now virtual. Understand that you are not able to see anybody and you are not able to see me, so asking the questions or to know me whether you are getting is really difficult. So that was the way. So we'll be doing that way. So I will be giving you now more than this, more and more. challenging DIYs, so that you will dig into it. You will come to know that this is also happening. This is also happening. I was not knowing this, correct? So because taking everything here in the session is not quite possible, so we have to just dedicate us some time. So are you ready to just dedicate that some time of yours, please? So if yes, type yes, and then we'll go ahead. I want you all, to take some efforts. Thank you, Urvashi. Thank you, Mangesh, Sampada, Richa, Narendra. I got a response from Narendra on email. Yeah, he has given. Fine. Now I'm not going to talk anything about this particular topic right now. You will come to know what exactly I'm talking about with this control structures. So after this session, your understanding for print will be clear, something called as variable will be cleared, and as far as the control structures are concerned, we are going to try with making decisions and repeating the actions. So let's see what all things we can complete. Before going further, let me know if guests are coming at your place. Now nobody is going to come, that thank God, but yes, after this lockdown will get over, so many guests will start coming in. So if the guests are visiting your place, what your mom will want to know very first? Are you getting my question? If the guests are going to visit your place, what your mom is going to ask the question? If I want to repeat in Marathi, जर आपल्याकडे कधी पाहुणे येणार असतील तर तुमची आई पहिला प्रश्न त्यांना काय विचारेल? Just put in the chat window, or if anybody wants to talk,
Sit on chair.
You are misinterpreting my question. Yes. Who is this AS? I don't know. As. So this as has not changed the name. As I'm really so upset with you, dear. Yeah, I cannot pronounce you. I cannot call you at as. It is AS. I don't know how to call. Okay. Right. So, okay, this is Parimal. So Parimal is saying, yes, how many people coming and when? I guess she might be worrying about it, how many they are coming. And yes, it is an answer. Okay, whenever the guests are coming at our place, we literally, or you can say at least we people who are going to make the food, आम्हाला खूप काळजी असते की बाबा रे किती जण येणार आहेत, किती लोकांचा स्वयंपाक करायचा आहे आणि वगैरे वगैरे, right? So that is what. So knowing this thing is called as variable, correct? So maybe at one times only 2 people will come, at a times 10 people will come. So the people or the guest becomes the variable. So variable, able to vary, able to change. So that is what is nothing but variable, and variable forms the data of our application, our whole application that we will be building later, or maybe whatever in the coming sessions, or in the advanced session we will be making certain applications. So in that case, I really like to work on the data, and data is nothing but the variables. I am concentrating on that data and will take my decisions ahead. If only 2 people are coming, then I'll say that it's okay, I may have, say, only 10 chapatis. I may have some half of kilo shrikhand will do. But if 10 people are coming, then accordingly decisions changes, right? And that is called as variables, able to vary. Understood? Mangesh, how are you? Oh, that's fine. I'm really fine, Mangesh. So, fine. I guess you all are getting me. If yes, please type yes in the chat window. Okay. Okay, okay, Manish, I'm so sorry. He was just giving the answer for the question, but I understood him. He is asking everyone, how are you? Okay, Manish, thanks. So let's go ahead. So we have taken the quiz, and this is what I want to do. Everybody can see this image. So this is happening every day with us. Okay? I want to buy some fruits. I have in my mind that I'll buy apple. So I am going to the fruit shop, and in my mind I want to just purchase apple. I want to buy apple, and I ask that fruit shop owner to give me apples, and he said, sorry madam, out of stock, now it is not there. This is the scenario, correct? This is called as the programming scenario. This is my problem. I want to purchase something, I want to buy something, and that is not available. Now, how I can write it in a programming language? And here comes the solution and the problem. So our problem statement must be very clear. So whenever we are going for solving any of the program, so program is nothing but the solution to the problem, and that solution has to be in sequence. But that sequence again depends on exactly how clear you are about your problem statement. Here, um, the problem statement is quite straightforward. We want to buy apple, and we are saying that sorry, apples are not there. Now let's try how we can frame this in Python. Now this is called as decision making. I'm saying if apples are available, then only I will buy because I want apples. And this is the decision that we are going to make it out here. So that is called as the control structure. So as far as the control structures are concerned, they are going to control the flow of your program, how program will go ahead, whether it will go one step, then the next step, then the next step, or whether it has to take branch, like we turn to the left, we turn to the right, we go to the straight. So like that way we make the decisions daily while traveling. So similar way your program, whenever it is traveling to its destination, it has to make decisions. So very first and simplest way to take the decision is called as if control structure. So as the situation says, you have a problem whether you will do this or whether you will do this. So that is called as control structures. Okay, Mangesh, are you getting? Because you are saying that I'm new to programming, doesn't matter. You don't need any programming language for Python, but let me know कि whatever I'm telling, whether you're getting it. करेक्ट. हे खूप सोपं आहे, काहीही टेन्शन घ्यायचं कारण नाहीये. फक्त आपण जे रोज करतो ते आपल्याला इथे फक्त लिहायचं आहे. हे आपण सगळी कामं रोज करत असतो, इतके डिसिजन्स घेतो आपण, इतक्या वेळा तेच तेच काम करत असतो. तेच काम आता आपल्याला इथे लिहून दाखवायचंय की अरे बाबा हे म्हणजे असं, ह्याच्यानंतर हे करायचं, राईट? सो दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज द कंट्रोल स्ट्रक्चर्स. Everyone is clear with the if control structure? Okay, so please write yes, or if you have any question, let me know. Gaurav, you didn't get? Gaurav is saying ki he is not clear. Gaurav, decision म्हणजे आपल्याला कुठलं तरी एक हे घ्यायचं असतो. Decision म्हणजे काय? I also not. Okay, Mrunmay is also not getting it. Okay, for both of you, मी मराठीत सांगते. कसं असतं की जेव्हा आपण कुठलीही गोष्ट करतो, कुठलीही गोष्ट म्हणजे काय, अगदी सकाळी उठल्यापासून जे आपण करतो त्यात सगळ्यात महत्त्वाची गोष्ट असते प्रत्येक ठिकाणी डिसिजन. आता उद्या शनिवार आहे तर मला सुट्टी आहे, मग मी सकाळीच लवकर उठणार का? नाही. हे झालं माझं डिसिजन. मला काय करायचंय की उद्या जर शनिवार असेल तर मी उठणार नाही. तसंच आपल्या प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये तो काय काय लिहिलेला आहे, परत एकदा आपण बघूया. आपल्या प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये लिहिलेलं आहे की मला सफरचंद हवी आहेत, दुकानात गेल्यावर मी बघणार सफरचंद आहेत का, मी सफरचंद असतील तरच घेणार, नाहीतर नाही. तर तो दुकानदार सांगतोय आता सध्या सफरचंद नाही आहेत शिल्लक. मग काय करायचं? काय नाही करायचं, घरी परत यायचं, राईट? तर हे जे असतं की बाबा असं झालं तर काय करायचं, नाही मिळालं तर काय करायचं, दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज डिसिजन. ठीक आहे. आणि हे करण्यासाठी आपल्याला प्रोग्राम मध्ये इफ नावाचं एक प्रकार कमांड वापरायची असते. सो वी आर गोइंग टू यूज दिस इफ in programming. Now, if you see, this is called as the flowchart of if, how it works. So whenever your program starts, it first says, okay, start. That means I have started from my home. मी घरातनं निघाले आणि त्या दुकानदाराकडे गेली. डन. मग त्याला काय केलं, त्याला मी विचारलं सफरचंद आहेत का, डू यू हॅव ॲपल्स नाव. So that becomes the condition. Now, if apples are available, then I will buy it whatever I want and go ahead. But what if they are not there? So that is the thing that we need to discuss over here. So every time there is a condition, it has two branches. One is called as true, another one is called as false. मी काय केलं पाहिजे, असं झालं तर 10वीला मला चांगले मार्क मिळाले तर मी सायन्सला जाऊन इंजिनिअरिंग करेन, नाही मिळाले तर काय करणार बाबा तू, मी आर्ट्सला जाईन. राईट. हे सगळीकडे आपलं उत्तर ठरलेलं असतं. मग आता डेटा पॅक संपला तर काय करणार, नाही तर मी पबजी खेळणार. सो दिस इज व्हॉट वी हॅव. सो प्रत्येक ठिकाणी आपण डिसिजन्स घेत असतो अँड that is what is represented over here. It has always two branches, one is true and another one is false. Now we need to really work on, we need to really think of both the sides of this. If this happens then what, if it doesn't happen then what, correct? And then ahead we have to go further. So it is written in Python in somewhat way. So let's first go back to our Colab and see how it works. So now I'll share our Colab. Can you see yesterday's program now?
Yes.
Fine. So it is, again I'm using the same file purposely to have a recap before we go ahead. So this was the very first command that we tried, print and welcome, and it has printed the output. The second thing we have seen, just print hello and the twinkle twinkle. Now the thing is that we have seen with this, yes, we can use three quotes, that is single quote, double quote and triple quote. एकेरी अवतरण चिन्ह, दुहेरी अवतरण चिन्ह, तिहेरी अवतरण चिन्ह आपल्याकडे कीबोर्डवर नाही. आपण काय करतोय, त्यातलं एक कुठलं तरी तीनदा घ्यायचं. हे आता मी इथे डबल कोट्स तीनदा रिपीट केलेत, तुम्ही सिंगल कोट सुद्धा दोनदा रिपीट करू शकता. ठीक आहे. If you are able to do it along with me, will do. If not, I will again put this particular whole of our discussion, whole of our meeting on the YouTube, and you can go through it and you can do it. Apart from that, I will even put this code onto the Google Sheet and I'll share that. Correct? So don't be hurry. If you are able to do, that will be very good. So let's try in a new file. I guess everybody is comfortable with Google Colab. You have to go to Google, type there, search there, Google Colaboratory, and the very first link that you'll get, click on that and use it. Now before that, before using or while you log in or while this particular notebook starts, you have to log in. If you're not logged in, it will surely ask you for login, right? And then there was a question key where this data gets saved. So as I told you that all your data gets automatically saved in Google Drive with which you have logged in. So if I'm logged in with my name as Priya Sadle, so whatever is my Gmail ID, it is going to store on that drive, correct? Now where it will go on the drive? So on drive, automatically Colab creates a folder called as Colab Notebooks, and in that particular folder all your files are saved. The advantage, wherever you are, you can access them. Just a second, I am not able to see anybody in the waiting room. There is one person, I guess, waiting. Oh, yeah. It's just a second. Give me a second. Let me check whether he is able to join. Okay. Now here we'll try with a new file. Now whenever you go to the file menu, you will say open new, new notebook. So it will take some time. I'll just reduce its zooming. Okay. Now, see, whenever you write the program, very first you have to write your problem statement. Now, how to write the problem statement? Now, to write the problem statement, here I have a cell called as text. So I can just get this text cell here and I can start typing in. Now, these text cells are only for writing some statements, some text, or some information that you want to write, and it is not part of the program. That means whenever your code will execute, your statements will be executed, this particular cells are ignored, correct? So as I said, in case of Jupyter Notebook, you can type whole of your program in a single cell, or you can select a cell per statement. Anyone whichever is fine with you, you can go for that. But whenever you have written multiple statements in multiple cells, and if you have in between the text cell, it will be ignored, correct? So let's go and time. So I want to check key if nine. I'll say buy only apples. This is my problem statement right now. Very straightforward, nothing else. Buy only apples. That's it. And then I want to write the code. Now what happened is the sequence has changed. So right now I will just say, so here I can arrange my cells. I can move my cell. I'm just moving this cell down, and you will see that the text cell is here and the code cell is here. Now I'll just make this text somewhat more readable. So I'll take my cursor here and I'll click on this toggle heading and I'll click on this. So as soon as you do that, it becomes somewhat bigger. So it becomes the heading that we are doing it. Okay. Now I want to buy apples. Before that, I'll say print I want only apples. So this is my thought, right? So we are saying that I am thinking that I just want to buy apples. Now, what else? I want to say that if apples are not there, I want to buy apples. If the apples are not there, then I will not do anything. Okay. Now, I'm sorry. I want to specify it in case of if. Now, there is a big problem. What? Normally, whenever we go for anything, so at that moment, I should have something in my hand to compare with. जर माझ्याकडे काही नसेल तर मी कशाबरोबर कंपेअर करणार आहे? माझ्याकडे ऍपल्स आहेत का हे विचारायला माझ्या डोक्यात विचार असला पाहिजे की मला ऍपल्स घ्यायचे, मला सफरचंद घ्यायचे. And here comes the time for variables. As I said, we are going to talk on variables. So here I need variables for storing the apples. Correct? So I will say apples equals 0. So I am saying that that particular shopkeeper has 0 apples. So now I will check here if apples greater than 0. So this becomes my condition. Now see, whenever you are trying to go with the problem statement, you may face certain things here. What I am writing is, so if I want to remember what I am writing, every language support something called as comment. Comment in the sense your text representation of that line, again that will not be executed. In Python we represent our comment with hash or pound symbol. So I'll say that this is a thought. I have a thought that I want to buy apples. Now, right now, as far as the apples are concerned, I'm saying apples equals 0. So I'm saying that no, sorry, no apples left with shopkeeper. So 0 indicates no apples. So I'm saying that there is an apple and nothing is there. Next, I'm saying that if there are apples available, I'm asking this to the shopkeeper for apples. So if there are apples available, that means if that particular person has quantity of apples more than greater than 0. So 0 means nothing. So if it is greater, then I can buy. Now, very special thing is that in case of Python, this particular word if is really important. It indicates we are going to give the condition after that. Correct? So I'm saying if the value, the quantity of apple is greater than 0, then, so instead of saying then, we type colon. So we say that if apples greater than 0, then. So then is written as colon in Python. Then say print by apples. Done. And print I have apples. Correct? Can you just let me know whether you are getting this? Hello? Am I audible? Correct? So I'm taking very basic example. After this, we have to take one more somewhat complicated or just difficult one. Okay. After this, we'll take that. Fine. So we are saying that if apples are available, then we are just printing message. Right now, we are not going to do anything with rest of the calculations. We are just printing a message. Yes, I have bought the apples, and now I'm saying, yeah, I got the apples that I wanted. Done. Now let's try to execute this. As I said, it will take some time initially only, because see, if you are thinking over this, we are using Google Colab and it is in the browser. That means it is using the cloud. Now see, what my aim is to just tell you that not only the technical words, but yes, the things that are really matters nowadays. So we are using the cloud kind of a thing, this resources. Now you will see that who is executing. Nobody asked me this question. See, I like really the questions, because these questions make you think. In case of programming, this thinking start with WH type of questions: why, how, when. Ask the questions, because these are the technical languages and they have the reason for everything. I thought that you know that anything that is there need to be executed. नुसतं असून चालत नाही, तयार करण्याची प्रक्रिया, एक्झिक्युशन खूप महत्वाचं असतं. मला गाडी बनवायची आहे, माझ्या गाडीत पेट्रोल आहे पण मला चालवताच येत नाही. अरे मग ती आता गाडी दारात ठेवून तू काय करणार राजा? काही नाही. तर ते एक्झिक्युशन महत्वाचं असतं. मग हे एक्झिक्यूट कोण करतंय, ह्याच्या मागे कोण आहे, हू इज दॅट and where it is. Now if you have seen here, it is showing you actually RAM, the disk, but where it is not using our internal computers RAM. It is not using the disk space that we have on your computers or laptops. It is just directly the Google's space. It is the you can say its processor is there in the cloud and your code is getting executed on the cloud, and hence it takes the time. लक्षात आलं की तुम्ही आजची टेक्नॉलॉजी शिकताय. मी तुम्हाला कुठलंही खूप छोट्या छोट्या गोष्टी सांगत नाही. दो इट इज अ फ्री कोर्स, प्लीज रिमेंबर दॅट आय एम नॉट गिव्हिंग यू व्हेरी बेसिक थिंग्स. If you go and ask anybody in the market right now as well, those who are working, those who are your friends, your colleagues, ask them, who are you working in Google Colab? I am working. And few of them will get astonished की अरे बाबा हे काय आहे, आम्ही तर नोटपॅड वापरतो, आम्ही तर व्हिज्युअल स्टुडिओ कोड वापरतो, किंवा आम्ही एनाकोंडा वापरतोय, तू हे काय वापरतो. तुम्हाला 10 पैकी 8 जण हा नक्की प्रश्न विचारणार की हे काय आहे. सो प्लीज रिमेंबर, वी आर व्हेरी सिरियस. We are doing whatever is going in the industry currently. Okay. Now, everyone, if you have got it, had just go and check the closer look at the output and let me know whether it is correct. And if anybody want to say something, unmute and you can talk. Or if you feel like your output is correct and don't want to talk, just comment. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm Parimal here.
Yeah.
Hello, Parimal here.
Yeah, Parimal.
I just want to know, we have printed, I have only apples and I have apples.
Yeah.
I want only apples and I have apples, and output is showing only that. So where is the condition?
Where is the condition? Very good. Very good, Parimal.
So yeah, because even if we didn't apply that condition, it is going to print that.
No, see, that's what. As far as your observation is very right, Parimal. So see, that's what I wanted. Whenever we say this program is executing, what she's saying, if you have understood or not understood, I'll repeat. See, very first, this particular statement will execute. Correct? So, as it is a print statement, it has to display this message. So, it has displayed us the message called as I want only apples. Done. Go ahead. The line number 2. The line number 2 says the apples is having the quantity 0. Now, there are no apples available. Fine. Done. Now, it will go to this third line. Third line checks the condition here. Now, it is showing you here that apples contains 0. So, apples become variable. The variable or the container or the box. Now, we are saying that in the box of apple, there are no apples. So, we are checking the condition. Is 0 greater than 0? So in my case, in my understanding, you can say 0 is not greater than 0. So in that case, here it will ignore this statement and straightforward will come down. Because say what I showed you is every condition has two branches, yes and no. Out of this, we have used only one. We said that if apples are available, then we will buy. But we have not specified नसेल तर काय. मी तुम्हाला एक गोष्ट सांगते. काय असतं, एक रोबोट आता सगळीकडे वापरले जातात. तर अगदी जपानमध्ये खूप सुरुवातीला जेव्हा रोबोट्स आले, तेव्हा एका घरामध्ये रोबोट होता आणि सगळी घरातली कामं नोकरांची तो रोबोट करायचा. मग आता एकदा काय झालं की घरातलं काही सामान संपलं म्हटल्यावर त्या घरातल्या बाईनी सगळी यादी करून दिली की हे आणायचंय, हे आणायचंय, हे आणायचंय. सगळ्या गोष्टी सांगितल्या की बाबा ह्या दुकानात जायचंय, मग त्या दुकानात जाण्यासाठी तू कशा जाशील, कुठे वळशील, कसं जाशील, सगळं लिहून दिलं. झालं. तिच्याकडे गेस्ट येणार असतात म्हणून ती तिच्या कामाला लागते, कारण की सामान आणायला रोबोला पाठवले. तिच्या अंदाजाप्रमाणे साधारण पाऊण तासातलं काम होतं. पाऊण तास झाला, 1 तास झाला, 1.25 तास झाला, तरी रोबोट परत आलाच नाही. म्हटल्यावर हिला काळजी वाटायला लागते की नक्की काय झालं. शेवटी ती सगळं काम टाकून देते, कारण की तिथून तिचं काम अडलेलं असतं त्या सामानाशिवाय. ती सोडते सगळं काम आणि ती जाते की जिथं जायला सांगितलं होतं, काय झालं बघायला. तर काय झालं असेल, तर ते दुकान बंद होतं आणि तो रोबोट तिथेच बाहेर थांबला होता. का? कारण की तिने सांगितलंच नाही की जर दुकान बंद असेल की तर बाबा पुढच्या दुकानात जा. करेक्ट? आणि दिस इज कॉल्ड ॲज प्रोग्रॅमिंग. की जर तुम्ही त्याला सांगितलं नाही, रे बाबा माझ्या असं नसेल तर असं, असं असेल तर असं, तो करणार नाही. सो सेम थिंग हिअर. आपण फक्त सांगितलं ऍपल्स असतील तर घे, नसेल तर काय, काहीही सांगितलेलं नाही. सो इट हॅज चेक की 0 इज नॉट ग्रेटर दॅन 0. So hence move further, that's all, and it is printing this. Now the thing to remember here in Python, very important is Python looks for indentation. आता हे indentation काय असतं? आपण ज्यांची 10वी झालेली आहे किंवा इव्हन जे शाळेत जातात त्यांच्यासाठी आई वडील खूप सांगतात की बाबा रे, तू जेव्हा लिहितोस ना किंवा लिहितेस ना तेव्हा समास सोड. पॅरेग्राफ असेल ना तर तो पॅरेग्राफची सुरुवात थोडीशी आतून करायची, बरोबर, आणि असं लिहायचं उत्तर. तर हे जे आहे ह्याला म्हणतात इंडेंटेशन. तर तिथं आपल्याला त्याचं महत्व कधीच कळत नाही, बट येस, प्रोग्रामिंग डिमांड्स दॅट. So Python says that I want it. So if you have seen me writing this print statement, I have written it inside. I have given the tab and I wrote it. Now this is called as indentation, which is very important in Python because it says that this print statement will only execute if condition here satisfies, right? So if this condition is true, then only this will happen, this will execute, otherwise no. So आपण म्हणूया ही आई आहे आणि हे तिचं बाळ आहे. So we need to tell that here. Okay. And this particular statement, if you check, it is not below this print, whereas it is below this if and other statements. So it is called as, now it is not part of if and hence it will execute. So as far as our program is concerned, it is executing perfectly fine. Once again I'll repeat. Very first it will go to print statement, it will display this particular statement as it is, then it will just initialize, we call it as initialize. So it will keep 0 in the box of apple. So here apples is called as variable. This variable is initialized, this variable has value 0 in it. Now we are checking whether apple are available. So we have given the check, that is whether 0 is greater than 0. So it is not matching. So it has skipped this condition because we haven't taken care of the other part of it, and it has come out and it says that I have apples. Now, once again, if we check, or if you remember the flow chart, we need to have the second part, that is called as else. Now, this is very similar as we talk every day. If you do this for me, then I'll do this, else forget. Correct? Mala visrun ja. So, like that way here. So, here as well, we are saying that if apples are not available, then what? So, आजची जनरेशन अशीच आहे. तुम्ही जर सांगितलं नसेल तर तुम्ही ते काहीच घेऊन येणार नाही. तुम्ही सांगितलं हे घेऊन ये रे बाबा, ते सांग काम्या म्हणतात, तसं आहे ते. सो हियर आय एम सेइंग प्रिंट बाय ऑरेंजेस. करेक्ट. सो जर तुम्हाला ऍपल्स नाही मिळाले तर ऑरेंजेस आणा, चालेल, हरकत नाही. सो वी हॅव रिटन एल्स. नाउ आर इफ is complete. We are saying that if apples are not there, then please go and buy oranges. Done. So let's try executing this. Done. So we are saying that very first line, I want apples, executed as it is. Apples box is empty, so it is not executing this. So her request for apples is rejected, but yes, oranges are there. So it's saying that else buy oranges. Or if I make it here now 10, assume तिथे 10 apples आहेत, there are 10 apples available. So now here it will come and say apples has value 10. So 10 is always greater than 0, and now it will print by apples. Oh, but what will happen with the oranges? Let me know in the chat window. If I'm making apples 10, it will come here and it will buy apples, but what will happen with buy oranges? Let me know in the chat window, or if anybody wants to share anything, they can unmute themselves and can share. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody is there? Okay, at least are you online? Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Parimal here.
Huh.
So it will ignore buy oranges because we have already apples in the shop.
Correct.
So it will just we can say
yes. So
execute
in that
the first command and it will ignore the second one.
Correct. Very good. So in that case, else will be ignored. So दोन्ही नाही मिळणार, एका वेळेला एकच मिळेल. Fine. Now see. So if I have apples here, the condition is satisfied. So once the condition is satisfied here, then we have to go for next. So we are saying that मला खूप छान मार्क मिळाले 10वीला. Then there is no point in checking for other options. I'm straightforward going for engineering or for science in case of 11th, 12th. So that's it. Why should I? So that is what here. Till this, everybody understood? Please let me know. We are going to get another example. But first, let me know, are you clear with this?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, great. Okay, very good, very good, very good. Then let's go ahead. This was the same very simple example. Now you are going to help me out. Now I'm going to use comment. Now whenever you are in the cell and you want to write some text lines and you want to ignore those lines, then we are going to say, we are going to use this pound sign or hash sign. Very simple example once again that we all know. In India, your age must be above 18 to vote. So we need to check whether person can vote. Okay. Uh, Joe, okay. He is not able to hear. Request you to check your mic or headphone. Nobody else is having this problem, right? Okay. I want to check whether person can vote. So again, the problem statement is given for India, whether in India person can vote. And the main criteria in India for voting is your age must be greater than 18. So here my whole of the system is based on the criteria of age. So here I am saying age will be my variable. So you will set once again it to 0. You are going to check if age is greater than 18, then is nothing but colon. You are going to say then, but you are going to type colon. Fine. So if age greater than 18, then you will say yes, you are able to vote. Else, now see again, remember, else and if are special words called as keywords, and they have to be in the same line, whereas this print is written slightly inside. So I'll say print, you cannot vote. Correct. Now we'll execute this and you will find it is working properly. Yeah. Right. So it says that 0 is not greater than 18, so you cannot vote, otherwise you could have voted. So I'll write it here, I'll make it 40. So if I say the age of a person is 40, he can vote. Correct? Fine. Now, this kind of programming is called as hard code programming. This kind of a programming is called as hard coded programming. Hard coded programming means what? We are every time typing this value. Array, my age is 40, my age is 13, my age is 8. So this is not called as the generalized program. Generalized program in the sense which will be interactive. It will get input from the user and then it will do the processing. So here our program is hard coded program wherein the base main value we are changing. Now let's modify the same program wherein it will accept this age from the user. So I guess everybody was able to use the input command, right? So very first, see at any, you can see in any programming, very first statement would be print because I want to prompt the user. I will say enter your age. So this is my message. So see, we'll execute this once and then we'll go ahead. So very first, it will just print. It is print. It is not asking any input. In computer, printing a message is different and asking the data is different. So asking the data is nothing but तुम्ही त्या दुकानदाराकडे जाऊन पिशवी पुढे करणे. मला पाव किलो गवार दे म्हणजे प्रिंट. आणि ती गवार प्रत्यक्ष तुमच्याकडे पिशवीत येणे म्हणजे त्या व्हेरिएबल मध्ये येणे. करेक्ट. ते व्हेरिएबल आपल्याला आता घ्यायचं आहे, ते दुकानदारापुढे समोर करायचं आणि त्याच्यामध्ये व्हॅल्यू घ्यायची की बाबा सांग तुझं एज. सो हिअर I have age variable already declared, but I need to get it from user. So I'll say that age equals input. Correct. So we have seen now two commands. These are the commands from Python. First was print, which is used to display messages to the user, and input is going to accept the data from the user. Okay, let's check. Um, what exactly I'll do is, okay, we'll do and I'll let you know. Fine. Now see, this is how it will go. Right? So it is asking me enter your age. Now I'm going to add here my age, which is 56, and press enter. Now as soon as I press enter, it has given me error, and I wanted to show you this. See, programming is all about knowing the errors. आपण म्हणतो माणूस चुकांमधनं शिकतो. ते ह्या चुका करा. What it is saying is very interesting. It is saying something called as type error, and it is saying greater than. So it is showing me some error related to greater than, and saying string and int. I'm not getting. So once again, what we are going to do, see, step by step, when you are doing the programming is not all about writing the right lines but making the errors. I'll say that a good programmer is one who really learns by his mistake, and initially he does so many mistakes. So what happens here, what gone wrong? So the current lines, so see, this is how you come to the certain decisions. He just now, it was earlier working fine, but as I made certain changes, now it has given me the error. So what change I made? I just added this line to get the data. So but it is accepting the data. That means there is some problem out here. So now again I'll use print statement. This time I'm going to use a print with the variable name age. Now this time, this print statement is used to display data from variable. It is not the message. Always remember, print is very flexible. In variety of ways you can use. Very first way was to display the message to the user. So we displayed so many messages up till now. This time I'm not interested in showing the message, but yes, I really wanted to find out the error. This is called as debugging. So I wanted to debug my program, I wanted to check for the error, and hence I found this was the line that was giving me an error, and I'm trying to display the age. So we have not corrected this error. So let's try to execute once again. It will again give me uh, the place to enter. I'll enter the age, and let's see what it gives. Okay. So again it is showing me 45, 45. So everything is going fine. Then what's happened? Now here comes the knowledge key. Go ahead and read it correctly once again. What happens is, really normally everyone does the same. Nobody reads the error correctly. So what we did, we said that something is wrong out here. But if I read something called as str and int, okay, so let's go ahead and check what is this str and int. Now if I come to age, it was showing us earlier as well. Correct? Now here if you see this age, it is showing me str, and there are codes. Whereas if we scroll about to our apples example, if I come here in the apples, it is showing me 10 apples, and before that there is something called as int, and that is the main thing. Whenever you store anything, you have to have the proper type of container. So as we do daily in our lives, whenever we bring something from the market नको म्हणूया, आपण छान एक्झाम्पल घेऊया. आता सध्या आपण सगळेजण घरात आहोत, तर समजा मला पाणीपुरी खायची आहे. वाव, मला फार आवडते. सो जर मला पाणीपुरी खायची असेल तर आपण जातो छानपैकी त्या दुकानात, आणि अज्युम करा एकदम सरप्राइझिंगली त्या माणसाने आपल्याला पाणीपुरी दिली ग्लासामध्ये. चालेल काय सगळ्यांना? नाही चालणार, बरोबर? तर तुम्ही काय म्हणाले, काय ग्लासात कधी देतात पाणीपुरी, त्याला प्लेट पाहिजे. तर तसंच, किंवा सरबत जर तुम्हाला कोणीतरी प्लेट मधनं दिलं की घे रे बाबा सरबत घे, प्लेट मधनं घ्याल का? घ्याल कदाचित पण it is not appropriate, right? The same thing happens. Whenever we are taking data, at that moment it has to be in a proper container. नाहीतर कोणीही कशातही काहीही देऊन चालणार नाही. Programming is actually based on the same principle. If you are demanding something, it has to have its proper container. So in earlier example of Apple, as it was a number, so it was in dedicated, or sorry, it was shown represented by something called as int, which stands for integer. Whereas at this place I was even talking about the number, but as I come here I found surprisingly it is showing me something called as str called as string. String is nothing but collection of characters, and hence it is showing you the quotes, correct? See the differences. So in case of int integer, the quotes were not there, whereas in case of string, it is saying that this is not a number, but these are 4 and 5 are the two characters on your keyboard. That's all. I don't understand other than that. So it has done this. So what I have to do? So I need to convert it. So now time comes wherein we are going ahead. So means what, if I want to compare the two things, both of the string must be at the same level. बरोबर. म्हणून आपण जेव्हा भांडण होतात ना घरामध्ये, तेव्हा आई वडील सांगतात, अरे तू त्याच्या इतकं लहान आहेस का त्याच्याशी भांडायला, आणि तो भांडला तरी तू भांडायचंयस का, तू मारायचंयस का. सो वी आर सेइंग दॅट बोथ आर नॉट ॲट द सेम लेवल. सो इफ द सेम लेवल्स आर देअर, देन ओनली यू कॅन कम्पेअर. सो दोघांना सेम लेवलवर आणलं पाहिजे, इधर द लेफ्ट साइड और इधर द राईट साइड. एक तर तुम्ही ह्या 18ला स्ट्रिंग मध्ये कन्वर्ट करा, किंवा तुम्ही एजला नंबर मध्ये कन्वर्ट करा. The good thing or the actual recommended thing is convert this age into integer. So how to do that? So we have one more additional command to convert. We say that this age, whatever we have now, will be converted into an integer by the int command. And the help, it is showing us the nice help. Now what I did, you will say, Priya, what you're doing this. So I have here integer, sorry, string 45. This command integer converts the age into an integer, and if you come here now, later it will show us it is in integer. So let's try now executing this program and see what exactly it does. Thank God. Fine. So it has worked now. So what we did, we requested this particular data, it to come into its format. तू तुझ्या प्रकारात तुझ्या कंटेनर मध्ये ये, किंवा हा तुझा प्रॉपर कंटेनर आहे ह्याच्यात कर. तुम्ही घरी सुद्धा बघितलं असेल, आई जेव्हा आपण घरामध्ये सामान भरतो, तेव्हा आपण समजा 10 किलो गहू भरले किंवा 10 किलो साखर आणली, तर ती ग्रॅज्युअली कमी कमी होते. पण कमी कमी झाल्यानंतर 2 किलो साखर आपण 10 किलोच्या डब्यात तुमची आई कधीच ठेवणार नाही. 2 किलो झाल्यानंतर ती बरोबर लगेच डबा चेंज करणार आणि ती दुसऱ्या डब्यात ठेवणार, बरोबर. नाहीतर तुम्हीच म्हणाल की अरे बापरे, एवढा काय ते डोंगर पोखरून उंदीर काढला, बरोबर. तर तसं व्हायला नको. सो म्हणून तुम्हाला प्रॉपर कंटेनर मध्ये कन्वर्ट करणं गरजेचं असतं. सो हिअर दिस इंट इज कन्व्हर्टिंग this age into proper type, and then we are able to print it. Now as the program is working fine, I will remove this line. I don't want this line now from in my program. It is not exactly the part, it was a part of debugging. So what we did here is convert string data in age to number in number format, and store it in the same variable. Now I have chosen this way. मी तेच व्हेरिएबल चेंज करते आणि त्याच्यातच ठेवते. नाव यू विल सी दॅट इट इज नाव इंटीजर, राईट? इट इज नाव नो मोर नाव स्ट्रिंग. So, or otherwise you can take another variable. Now as I got this 34 as the age, I am checking whether 34 is greater than 18. Yes, and hence it is printing you can vote. Now if I say, if I change this age, now it will ask me always. So if I enter age as 3, it will say you cannot vote. Done. So this is how we do the decisions. It is very basic introduction of the decision. Once again we'll take a recap and then we'll stop. Thank you, I have taken your time and I'm so sorry I didn't ask you and you waited for me. Fine. So again a quick recap and we'll stop. So here we have today seen key. Whenever you do write the program cannot be always sequential. That is, not all lines can execute. Time to time it has to take branches, and that is called as the control structures in programming. So the first control structure that we visited is called as if. So as the name suggests, if is based on conditions, so hence it is called as conditional control structure. So the conditions are given after if. So if is called as keyword. It is a special word in case of Python or any language. This is the same word for specifying the condition. So if always follows with the condition. If apples greater than 0, जर तेवढे असतील तर. So then we say then, but type colon. So here in case of Python, then is represented with colon. And write down the statement or statements, multiple statements that will be executed when this is true. If it is not, then we have to use else and the actions that we need to do. So whenever you write any of the program, it is really necessary to have this both of the parts, if and else. Done. Now then we have saw that actually the generalized program should ask the input from the user, and hence we have used input. But as soon as we've taken the input, the speciality of input is it will think everything as character. So it will keep everything into the same container. But as far as we are concerned as the programmer, we actually have to check for the correct container of every data. So as I was expecting age to be a number, I have converted into a number by using the third command called as, sorry, you can say, yeah, third command called as int. So we converted into an integer and then we followed the rest of the sequence and it has worked. So today we have seen two additional command, that is input and int. Input is used to get the input from the user, and integer is to convert into integer. We even saw the additional usage of print. Now one more thing and then I want to show you one more thing and then we'll go ahead. Okay, we have seen this structure. I guess everyone understood now the basic use of if, right? If yes, so put it into your chat window. You understood if? Okay. We did this as well. Okay, otherwise you can take oranges. This is the question for your assignment at home. After this, you see signal every time, right? So this is you have to implement in your program. You are going to accept the color of signal. You will accept the color of the signal from user. If user gives you red, you are going to give the message as stop. If user gives you color as green, then you are going to say go. Now, third, you have one more thing happening there. In case of signal, there are not only two colors but the three. What happens with yellow? Correct? That will check later. So this is your assignment, and those who are interested more or those who have programming knowledge, they can go for this additional question. की पिझ्झा आज खाण्याचं भरपूर झालं नाही, पिझ्झा आली, पाणीपुरी आली, वाव खूप छान वाटते. So how will you solve this? Ki, say Gaurav जास्तच बोलतो. Gaurav is inviting everybody else to his home, and if we visit him at his place, he is going to order a pizza for us. So what you have to do is this somewhat critical question. First of all, you have to form an exact problem statement out of this, and then you are going to solve it, right? So these are the two things. Once again, see what you have to do. You have to solve. You have to, yeah, you can solve actually. You have to solve this particular assignment of signal. Signal everybody knows, the color everybody knows, and the function of the signal everybody knows. So you are going to accept the color of the signal, and accordingly you are going to do it. And somewhat tricky will be here, wherein you have to form the problem statement as well. You may need to form a correct problem statement, because this one guy is saying, if you guys come over tonight, I'll order us a pizza. But don't purchase pizza nowadays, because it is another reason of spreading corona. Okay, that's fine for me from my side. If you have any questions, yes, you can ask. Otherwise, everybody else can leave the meeting. Take care. And yes, tomorrow's session won't be happening in Zoom. Maybe, because I have, as I said, I have tested few of the other applications as well. We are coming out, but not confirmed yet. So if I confirm, I'll let you know. And apart from that, I would like to know, okay, I'll put it in the chat as well, if Saturday Sunday people are not there, that means not much, they already attended the session into the weekdays, then I would like to then I would like to conduct the scratch session, because yesterday's scratch session got cancelled due to technical problem on YouTube. I was trying hard with YouTube, so as a replacement to Zoom, but it is not. So I would like to take the scratch session tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Fine, I'll put that, and you just let me know what to do. Fine. So thank you all, and good night, Shubharatri. We'll meet for Python. We are going to meet on Monday, right? So we'll meet on Monday 8 p.m. Yeah. Thank you.